Sometimes the quietest moment of a workday is the one that feels the heaviest. It is 6:40 in the evening, and the sidewalk outside the building still holds thin puddles from the rain. A night security guard sits in front of 12 dark screens, while the smell of wet asphalt comes in through the open doorway. Everyone else has gone down, gone home, or gone somewhere with a name. So why does sitting still suddenly feel like being left behind? This may be the silence that comes when a job asks you to watch everything, while almost no one sees you. In this video, we'll slow down and look at why that silence can feel so heavy, and what it may be trying to show you. This kind of silence is not just the absence of noise. It is the moment when your body is present, your eyes are open, your work is still happening, but your place in the room feels strangely hard to locate. A security guard can be around everyone and still feel outside the life of the building. You hear the elevator doors all day. You watch people rush in with coffee, argue softly into their phones, laugh with coworkers, carry boxes, sign papers, leave with someone waiting for them near the curb. You learn the rhythm of other people's lives without being invited into them. And then, after the busy part ends, there is this flat stretch of time. The monitors glow, then dim. A plastic chair creaks under your weight. Somewhere nearby, someone pulls a tarp over a small stand, and the sound is so ordinary it almost hurts. Coins drop into a little cash box. A motorbike passes through a puddle. The orange streetlight shakes on the water like something trying to stay together. Nothing terrible has happened. That may be the part that makes it confusing. One common reason is that the role itself teaches a person to become almost invisible. A guard is often noticed most when something goes wrong, but on a normal evening, the whole point is to be there quietly, without interrupting anyone's day. Over time, that can make presence feel tied to usefulness, as if being calm and available only matters when someone else feels safer because of it. So when the building empties out and no one says much on the way past the desk, the silence can start to feel personal, even when it began as part of the job. Sometimes, it comes from the way long hours stretch a simple feeling into something larger. A few quiet minutes can feel peaceful, but many quiet hours can open a space where thoughts start filling in the blanks. The mind may take one ordinary scene, like 12 empty screens and an untouched cup of tea, and turn it into a question about where life is going. So the guard is not only looking at cameras, he is also looking at the distance between the life he watches and the life waiting for him after the shift. In other cases, it grows out of being close to other people's routines without belonging to them. He may know who comes late, who works too hard, who leaves with family, who forgets their umbrella, who always says, "Thank you," and who never looks up. That kind of knowledge is quiet and one-sided, and it can make a person feel strangely connected and strangely alone at the same time. So when the last employee walks out and the lobby returns to its own echo, it can feel like the whole day passed through his hands without really staying. And the hardest part is that the silence is easy to misunderstand. From the outside, it may look like nothing. A man sitting at a desk. A row of cameras. A rain-wet sidewalk. A small booth light. A plastic fan turning its head from left to right. Someone might pass by and think the evening is simple because the scene is simple. But inside, the meaning can get heavier. The guard may start thinking about what the empty screens say about him. Not only that the hallway is clear, or the parking level is empty, or the stairwell lights are working. He may start hearing something else in them. Everyone has a place to go. Everyone is part of a story that keeps moving. I am here, watching the space after they leave. That thought may not come in full words. It may come as a small weight behind the eyes. It may show up when he adjusts the monitor angle for no reason, or counts the cameras again, or looks at the same empty loading dock 3 times as if something might appear there and explain the feeling. This is where an ordinary job moment becomes an emotional mirror. It is not the empty screens alone. It is what they seem to confirm in a tired mind. It is 6:40 in the evening, just after the rain. The guard has already watched the last group step out of the elevator, their voices fading as they move toward the street. He sits behind the desk with one hand near the logbook, not writing anything, just resting there. The screens show a lobby, a hallway, a gate, a basement ramp, a back door, all still. Outside, the wet asphalt smells sharp and familiar, and a vendor pulls a tarp down with a dry scraping sound. Coins click in a small box. A bus exhales at the curb. The streetlight turns a puddle pale orange. He looks at the screens and feels a kind of heaviness that would be hard to explain if someone asked. If you've been there, you're not strange. You might know someone who lives like this. Sometimes the loneliest part of work is not being ignored loudly. It is being depended on quietly. There can be a strange contradiction in that. The guard is trusted with the building, but not always treated like part of the building's life. He may hold keys, remember faces, notice small risks, stay awake while others rest, and still feel like a background object in someone else's day. That can create a quiet split inside. Important, but unnamed. Useful, but unseen. Present, but not included. For a lot of people, that split follows them beyond work. It can show up at dinner, when someone asks how the shift was and the answer becomes fine, because the real answer feels too plain and too heavy at the same time. It can show up on the ride home, when the body is tired but the mind is still sitting at the desk, still watching empty spaces, still hearing cars pass without slowing down. A small thing that may help in a moment like this is giving the silence a smaller name. Not a dramatic one. Just a true one. Instead of letting the whole evening become "my life is empty," it may sound more accurate to say, "This is the quiet after everyone leaves," or "This is the feeling of being on watch when the day is over." That kind of naming does not erase the heaviness, but it can stop the mind from turning 1 hour into a whole identity. It can also help to mark one small proof of presence. The guard might write one ordinary line in the logbook that is not only about incidents. Rain stopped at 6:35. Lobby clear. Lights reflected in front sidewalk. Or he might notice one action he did that mattered, even if no one clapped for it. Check the back gate, helped someone find a lost badge, waited until the last worker reached their ride. This works because unseen work can blur together, and a small record gives shape to a day that might otherwise disappear. And there's something else here that is easy to miss. Sometimes the silence feels heavy because it gives a person room to notice what the noise covered. During the busy hours, there are tasks. Doors. Names. Delivery slips. Questions. The brain can stay with the next small thing. But when the lobby empties, the guard is no longer only reacting. He is sitting with himself. That can bring up old comparisons, unfinished wishes, tired hopes, and the quiet question of whether anyone understands the weight of being steady for so long. This is for people who stay alert while the world moves around them. For the guard staring at a dozen empty screens, the silence may not mean life has passed him by. It may mean he has been holding more than the job description ever said. He is not just sitting there doing nothing. He is keeping watch in the hour after everyone else disappears into their own evening. And sometimes being unseen for a long time can make even a normal puddle of orange light feel like it knows your name.